apiece. NIP trying Broodmother twice in a row. Game 1 looked very close, super tight between these two squads. Game 2, Lacoste, it was reasonably straightforward for the Ninjas with that Broodmother.
It was, and I'm expecting OG to ban out Broodmother in the first phase in the next one. So we're having an update from the production. Saberlight has an exam, and MC, also known as Mind Control, is going to be standing in for NIP. We know what happened last time. Mind Control was standing in for Team Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Yeah, he looked very good. He basically carried the whole team. I mean, what tournament was that? It was in Southeast Asia, right?
It was a LAN event. It was a DPC event.
Yeah, and they came like third place because of him?
Yeah. His Axe performance was amazing. Seb with the question mark. Is there a bug or did they change a player?
Oh, dear.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, fair dues. This is something that both teams should definitely be knowing about if they're swapping a player in and out. But yeah, we should have, we do have Mind Control in the lobby. And have you seen his profile picture, by the way?
Oh, it's Seb.
It is Seb. Mind Control's Steam name is Miracle. His profile picture is Seb doing the, hand on the ear, listening for his opponents. But there we go. Seb getting a little bit worked up that the stand-ins come in for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Going to change things up a little bit, of course, for draft for Game 3. You're expecting Broodmother to make her way into that first phase of bans, probably for OG. So which hero would you replace then? Shadow Demon, Phoenix, Lycan, Kotl. Those 4 bans have been consistent from OG. Which one do you take out for the Broodmother?
It's a tough one. Depends, what do you want to pick? Maybe, Saberlight was expecting to do 0 OG and still pass the exam.
Seb says they're not ready. They need more preparation time. Go through Mind Control's Dota buff, see what he's been playing recently. Figure out how he's going to slot into this team. Yeah, OG in Game 2 didn't look particularly good. Void Spirit, Slark as their 2 cores really did struggle to get it. Both of these cores are very reliant on guerrilla tactics, right? Jumping into the fight, then jumping out again to try and reset. But they didn't have any reset tools outside of Swap and Primal Roar, which they needed to use offensively to try and catch targets and find pickoffs. No AoE for OG, no big team fight. So NIP with the Comfort, Oracle, and Troll were always kind of given that blanket of safety by Seneco's False Promise. Witch Doctor casks were always bouncing around, pinging between targets, and Broodmother just had this rampant free reign in team fights. But I think I've saved the best to last. Saberlight's Doom performance. It was beautiful, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, Saberlight had an extremely good game. His positioning, watching him on any blink initiating hero is, just a pleasure to watch.
Especially against the Slark and the Void Spirit. That blink stomp, he had multiple 2 or 3 man war stomps with that blink in from Doom. And then you remove a hero completely from the fight. Force the Slark away to try and heal up with Shadow Dance. NIP. I was a little bit worried when OG were forcing the fights down in bottom lane. We had a good 3-4 minutes where this kind of 4v4 bottom lane was brewing, even with that bottom Radiant Tier 1 going down reasonably early on. But I think NIP realized that, hang on a second, we don't have to fight OG here. They're behind, we're ahead, we can move towards the Roshan area, go and play on OG's side of the map. But that's where OG feel comfortable, right? Is when they're on the enemy side of the map, farming enemy neutral camps, pressuring that off, safe lane tier 2 tower, and making sure that their opponents are always coming back to defend.
Yeah, I mean, we can go back to draft issues. OG's lineup was very single target oriented. It's hard to take a fight, especially when your lanes were not going well. They were doing everything they could to come back into the game, buy some time, but Slark just feels not very strong at the moment. it's very good in certain matchups, but we've seen that already a couple of times where Slark goes in, like he wants to play games, same goes like for the Storm Spirit, wants to be able to pick off the side laners, and then you transition that into more kills or a tower. But if team is grouping up, going 5-man strong, your hero is really not doing that much.
Same bans from OG so far. Kotal, Lycan. As Leshrac and Pango being taken out by NIP. They did take out these two heroes in the 2 games we've seen already. Earthshaker, Ember Spirit, and Void Spirit. The additional heroes that they removed out as well. I think this draft is going to start getting interesting now. You know, there's respect bans of potentially the Phoenix, the Oracle, Winter Wyvern, the Broodmother that you've mentioned, that OG probably want to try and take out. Era's Witch Doctor has looked pretty damn good in that position 4 as well.
Witch Doctor as a hero just feels very powerful. He's strong at every stage of the game. Like Maledict, you can't dispel it. Death Ward, we've seen, some Witch Doctors going godlike, solo carrying the games once you get that Aghanim Scepter. So this is one of the position 4s that can do so much, especially if you have a very nice lineup around it to set things up and protect the Witch Doctor.
Oh, look at this. This is the change-up, right? Meepo banned first phase, so they don't have to waste one of the single bans in second or third to remove Meepo. So now they can hold the Broodmother ban until later on in the draft, right? If they don't have ways of dealing with her. And there is that Oracle respect ban up against Sineko. So we leave the Phoenix Wyvern in the pool for NIP.
Oh, they take Phoenix. They know it's a very strong opener from NIP, and they love to pick it up. But then they pair it up with another low cooldown stun, like let's say Axe. That's the first hero that comes to my mind. You can open up with these 2 supports who don't have much control, but then you need someone to actually be able to control enemy heroes. Okay, well...
There it is.
Gary, there it is. I was thinking about it for a very, very long time. Like, why did people stop picking Snapfire against the Phoenix? You can solo kill Egg, first level. It's also decent after he gets level 2. Did they just want to make Phoenix's lane miserable? Not just lane, but, you can't use the Egg. Weaver with the Geminate attack, Snapfire... Maybe they're overthinking. OG could swap Phoenix to position 5, or this is one great way to protect the Egg.
And to catch the Weaver as well, right? Man. I was wondering about Shadow Demon, about Grimstroke, all these heroes that are left in the pool and the very high priority support heroes. But Weaver, Snapfire. They're pretty flexible in their own right. We could still see this Snapfire go into the 3, which we've seen Mind Control play on Nigma. And Weaver could still float around, depending on how you want to run it. OG going for some big team fight, a completely different strategy from Game 2. Going from no team fight to some pretty hefty, long cooldown ultis that can definitely be decisive. NIP Weaver. I don't think I've seen this in a while. Era was playing it a lot in that position 4. I think that's their most comfortable role. Naga Siren taken out as well. Yeah. Song of the Siren, good at holding out these team fights and resetting around Chrono Supernova. A good solid ban.
I'm just wondering what they're going to do with this Weaver. It feels very awkward if this is your position 4 and 5. I mean, they can swap things around, put Weaver as 3, Snapfire as 3, you mentioned it, Mind Control. I'm just a bit worried that you're not going to have enough control for Faceless Void. You completely shut down Phoenix with these 2 picks, but you need to see the bigger picture.
And what do you look to ban out against OG now? Seems like
it might be Troll again. Choice. Or this one. Okay.
Oh, instant
so you're
stun.
Still, not revealing anything.
It gives them some tower pressure as well. It's always a great little spot to pick Dragon Knight as well, that third pick coming out of the ban stage. Not revealing anything, keeping it flexible. But also a hero that's very difficult to, counter in lane, for example.
You get Nyx Assassin here. It's the perfect hero against the Snapfire. Snappy can't use the ulti. You just walk in one of the kisses with the Carapace.
You've got Break against the Dragon Knight, catch, like Shikuchi into Carapace, you've got the catch against the Weaver. But a Grimstroke for OG. Interesting. No single target abilities to speak of. Inkswell plus Faceless Void. That does give him the opportunity to fight without Chrono up. Having that Inkswell Time Walk jump in onto targets could be the way to find Weaver when you've expended your long cooldown ultis.
There's still no real save from NIP inside the Chronosphere, which is always tricky. Unless Weaver gets Aghanim Scepter, if that's position 3 Weaver, but you still can't tell.
You sure can't. It's time to open the book a little bit here, NIP. Show your hand a touch. We're going to have to reveal something in this fourth pick. Both teams playing very close to the chest. Still don't have a great reset tool. Now, if they get jumped with this Chrono Supernova, yes, Snapfire can potentially bring the egg down pretty quickly. But are Weaver still going to get caught out? They don't have any saves, like you mentioned. I think it feels a little bit weird picking Shadow Demon here, right?
It would be a very good pick against Faceless Void. He really hates to play into it, where you just disrupt the target. I mean, you can still do it if you put like Dragon Knight on the mid or the off lane, and then Weaver use your 1, Shadow Demon, Snapfire 4 and 5. It's doable, but then you're committing for Weaver to be your core, which, I mean, Weaver doesn't like to play as a core into Faceless Void. This is a lot of chaos. That
really
Prophet
is.
ulti, Dragon Knight, not that easy to take down. You see rainbow of fire kisses, Weaver Swarm. So feels a really, really strong lineup already for NIP.
I was just thinking more about the Grimstroke pick. And it makes sense to me, stopping heroes like Storm Spirit or anything, Void Spirit, anything maneuverable that could have come out here with those short cooldowns. And a Razor now going to be a hero that can potentially deal with DK or DP. It's always nice having that fast tempo, early BKB purchasing hero alongside a Void. So you've always got a core to fight around. Well, out goes the Magnus.
There's still Beastmaster in the pool. You need some kind of a combo with the Grimstroke. And I believe OG, they need an offlaner. You want to put Razor where Dragon Knight is? Ban out that Broodmother.
Ban out the Brood once more. And also, Helm or Necrobook from Beastmaster gives you tower push, which you're a bit lacking as well. And what about Enigma this game? Go for the full massive team fight. Because right now there aren't any great ways, like there's AoE Silence, there's Dragon Tail, but there's nothing that pierces magic immunity. They don't have great ways of cancelling Black Hole. And they also don't have great wave clear.
Yeah, when we talk about Enigma, there's always talk about BKB piercing abilities. It's like Enigma has a built-in BKB.
Yeah, that's true. You do need to buy the item first. Well, Legion, going to give you some good catch. Pretty good at focusing down the Death Prophet here, as well as that Dispel against Dragon Tail. Oh, a very fun, action-packed lineup for OG. They've got a couple of big teamfight ultis, but they've also got the ability to continually fight. Grimstroke, Razor, and Legion, I expect to be just really just running at their opponents non-stop this game.
It's a lineup that I don't believe I've seen ever, this kind of lineup that OG just picked. But when you think about it, they rely on cooldowns to take a fight, but if you have like 4 long cooldown ultis, you can just cycle those and still be able to fight all the time. Grimstroke and Legion Commander, they're very strong together. You don't necessarily like need to win double duel. It's just about locking someone down so he can't do anything. And Legion can purge off Dragonite Stun, Death Prophet Silence, Shadow Strike. Mid one will be the one playing Razor. And then IP still not picking their heroes.
I mean, it looks like a Charlie DP, a Mind Control Dragon Knight, and a Supreme Queen of Pain. And that does leave those 2 first heroes, the Weaver and the Snapfire, as their supports. It doesn't feel comfortable, swapping any of these roles around now. You picked up that Queen of Pain last. But you've got the Quap against Razor matchup potentially there in the mid lane. Always going to be pretty good. Blink away from that static link. DK is going to be laning into what? A Grimstroke Void? Yeah, position 5, Grandma. Era on that 4 Weaver. A lot of tempo for NIP. But if this game starts to run away from them, OG with the big team fight and the scaling ability of all their cores, feels like Ninjas in Pyjamas have got a lot to work with in the first 10 minutes or so, but they have to make that happen.
I'm worried because there isn't a single save. There's Cookie. It's going to be position 4 Weaver, who still needs a lot of time to build Aghanim Scepter. It's a very crucial item this game. The question is, can Era farm it?
I mean, you don't need Spirit Vessel this game, right? Usually Pos4 Weaver is like earn Spirit Vessel, then Aghanim Scepter. Could you rush Ags as your first item on Weaver in this game?
You could. Yeah, you just get Magic Wand, maybe Power Threads, a Raid Band or 2, just so that you have some kind of damage in the mid game and in the laning stage, and then you can try to farm up, cut the waves.
Oh, we'll see what we're handling. OG up against Ninjas in Pyjamas. It is game 3 here in the playoffs for OGA Dota Pick 2020. We've got our drafts, we've got our players on their heroes as Era and Mind Control heading top with Weaver, Dragon Knight. We've got a mid lane, Queen of Pain for Supreme. Oh, Seneko is going to head up top as well. The Grandma going to go join them. Charlie, Death Prophet in that safe lane. As OG have a Saxa Phoenix with a mid 1 Razor going bottom. They're putting the Legion mid against the Quap, so that's Seb facing off against Supreme. And a No-Tail Grimstroke should be laning up with Sumail Faceless Void top. As NIP come charging forward into the north part of the map, looking to scout out where OG are. That should just be the 2 for 2 bounty runes, left side for Radiant, right side for Dire.
Mid matchup, they put Seb on the mid lane against Queen of Pain, so he can purge off Shadow Strike. Mid one will be on the side lane. Razor wants to have like a bit longer lane, but they also want to have Sumail on the safe lane. So yeah, mid one, screw you. You're the one, who's getting less farm in this game.
Yeah, you're the off-lane Razor now.
The battle begins.
I wonder if he does go for like an early BKB. I think we've seen a lot of like treads or phase into drums, into BKB on these Razors. For now, NIP sticking with 3 heroes top. Seneko hiding away in the trees. They're going to try and sneak a first blood. As Charlie down bottom. Seneko pings out where OG usually ward on bottom lane, but they've actually warded on the high ground in that jungle, rather than between the tier 1, tier 2. And mid lane, both have opposing observer wards. Snake are going to TP down, didn't get a chance to get first blood or a courier snipe. Era still looking for the little boar. And Micro back into the trees by OG.
And on the mid lane, Seb even gets with overwhelming odds. Level 1. Like Queen of Pain knows, okay, I can't use Shadow Strike, he's just gonna purge it off. Might get Shadow Strike right now. Queen of Pain sees that there's no Presty attack. You saw Overwhelming Odds and Moment of Courage procs.
And still holding that point though. And dropping pretty low, Supreme forced to salve. Lots of regen being expended early on here by NIP. Charlie also salving down in the bottom lane, while Mind Control taking a beating from Sumail and those bashes.
You bring in Mind Control and you give him Dragonite. Whew, I wanted to see something more flashy.
Like a Tidehunter?
I mean, Tidehunter's more flashy than Dragonite at the moment.
That's probably true. Sacks up. Chased down by Seneko with a Scatter Blast already used up. Phoenix just walks back into the trees. He does block up that camp though. Every single one of these lanes, NIP, they're getting chipped away at, harassed little by little. OG with a really nice start here, but bottom, they do jump with the cookie onto mid one. Spirit Siphon comes out. Mid one just going to salve up again, while Saxa did dive forward. Going to try for the TP, and he is away.
He knows there's no stun. Cookie already expended. Seb bringing the bottle for himself. So use a bottle, press the attack. Legion is going to be full HP pretty soon.
Interesting position of the wave here up top lane. Era under a sentry of the Sumail had landed a bash there, potentially a kill. As the wave did get dragged into that creep camp. MC at 9-0. DP 8 and 3. Queen of Pain, yes, is at the top of the charts, but OG are out farming their opponents in pretty much every other lane. Raindrops for Seb now as well, going to keep him sustained up against the Queen of Pain. So unlikely to be any kills there, just farm trade between the two of them as they dive up top lane. Sumail, 4-1 charges, Time Walk on cooldown for 8 seconds. He does have a salve to play around with here as well, but he doesn't get off the wand. Era going to take him down for first blood, as No Tail denies himself the tower.
So pretty good start. I mean, they're diving way too much. You don't kill Dragonite when he's sitting next to the tower. Extra regen, extra armor, sitting at 13 armor, so that's 44% damage reduction.
Yeah, it feels like all he ever needs is that level 2 Dragon Blood. And No Tail TP's mid, refills the bottle, and Seb gets the illusion rune. As yet again, 4 minutes in, OG collapse on both rune spots. Saxa was also bottom to help out, as the double drain coming out bottom looks like mid one. Static linked up Charlie and should find the kill on Seneko.
I can't believe that mid one decided to upgrade his circlet.
Oh my god, it's happened. The first time ever. He's bought a Wraith Band, guys. Every game we see...
upgrade the second one.
Every game we see mid one with a double circlet. Inkswell up on top. Sumail's going to pop one of those raindrops on Mind Control, but like you were saying, he is just not the target that they can bring down. A slight net worth lead for OG, even if they are 2-1 down on kills. And Seneko will grab one of the bottom bounty runes. Era grabs one top, and Queen of Pain will be able to, bottle up the other one. So 3-1 bounties here at 5 minutes in.
Seb will get level 6 on Legion Commander. That's a very quick level 6. Like, who rotates? Can you even grab a kill on Queen of Pain? Or do you want to rotate with the Legion Commander? It's hard, you know, with just TP rotation, but if you get something like a haste rune, you'll gladly rotate to the side lane.
No-Tail has come in mid.
Dire's top
Looks like they were
tower is under
maybe
attack.
thinking about that duel with the Inkswell Stroke of Fate. Queen of Pain, 900 HP with a Fairy Fire. The overwhelming odds into the duel. And there's the Swell onto a creep. Gonna get the chain stuns. Yeah, beautiful win.
Dual victory early on. That has to be like a great start. Just a morale boost after what happened in the previous game where you know you can get the dual damage. It's very easy to snowball with Legion now. Double damage in the bottle. Queen of Pain needs to be careful. She might even rotate to one of the side lanes and try to grab a kill.
Straight back into mid lane though. Supreme wants to keep that farm going. No-Tail got chased back by Era top. They've secured Sumail. A pretty decent start here. But it feels like mid one at 35 and 11. Really is farming like a champion in the bot spot. Good damage onto Sneko. Saxa has a dive. No more Fiery Spirits though, as mid one really laying it on to that Death Prophet, who is struggling pretty significantly as the top lane, Inkswell there, but the Sonic Wave finishes off Sumail. That's the Queen of Pain's rotation. Paying off wonderfully, getting a kill.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
OG has no vision on the top lane whatsoever. They need to plant
Charlie.
some to see rotations coming out.
Trades out Seneko for mid one, and maybe Saxa also. Another swarm? No, Saxa had the one charges up his sleeve.
Dire's top tower.
Razor
is under
dying, that's a big kill for them to take. Plenty of gold now into the pockets of Charlie. Seb rotating top. Raindrops again. Keeping mind control nice and healthy. They've got a double damage rune with the Inkswell duel in. Mid one's also rotated for the static link, and another duel victory not going to come. Looked like it was close, but Dragon Knight just tanky enough to get out of the duel before dying.
Charlie has a point in ulti, catapult wave approaching. The question is, do you pop it here and try to go for some tower damage? I mean, it's fine, you know, just to get like half the damage on the tower. Combo does not connect. Saxa even goes back. Saxa is also very high level. Level 5, 8 minutes in.
Void trying to crack level 6 himself. Does swap into that mid lane. Razor farming the big stack in the jungle that OG had made. A nice first item there. No-Tail gets the Keen Optic. Legion Commander still sticking around top. Seb has another duel ready. If they can find this Era Weaver, potentially a nice little snipe kill available for them. Does Saxa have the tome coming? No, he doesn't. It's not time yet. What am I thinking? It's not 10 minutes yet. Lacoste, I'm losing my mind. They're just going to chrono. Charlie caught out. Need a couple more hits here as a Spirit Siphon from the Death Prophet, keeping her alive until the bashes from Sumail connecting nicely. No-Tail getting picked off top. The duel victory for Seb, though, as Legion Commander claims the life of the DK. And a 3-for-2 exchange, OG only losing their supports.
99% of the people would duel Weaver there and just get the easy dual damage, but Seb got the dual damage off Dragon Knight on top of that, and Weaver already used Shikuchi. That's a position for Weaver, not Shikuchi not maxed out yet, and they still managed to bring down one hero on the bottom lane with the Chronosphere.
Yeah, I thought they were going to try and force a bigger fight there around Supernova and Chrono. But of course, Saxa not quite level 6. Just using that Chronosphere to kill a DP. Mid lane. Charlie there with the Exorcism. No Dragon form though, and mid one coming in to try and focus down mind control. Saxa with the Supernova now, and the duel catching out Charlie Death Prophet. But the Ghost doing a lot of damage back. Seb is about to fall. He's going to get himself away, but the Swarm finishes him off. A 1-for-1 as Legion trades for the DP, and Grimstroke dies elsewhere. Queen of Pain gets a solo kill as Ira Shikuchiing away from mid lane gets him out of danger.
There was no press the attack on the Legion, if I'm not mistaken. That would have secured the kill and actually saved Seb.
20 bonus damage on the Legion. Mind control just going to hold on this mid lane. Dragon form in 20 seconds. Let's see, can he keep the catapult alive and actually take that tower? Dire do still have the glyph. Yeah, they're picking it out. OG are like, guys, he has catapult mid lane with Elder Dragon form. We have to try and stop this. Era spots out No Tail. Charlie coming back in again with Suneko's grandma behind them.
Dire's top tower.
Granny's level 6.
NIP are so ready to push this down.
5-man strong.
Radiant's
Everybody
bottom tower is under
straight
attack.
into the tier 1. There's no chrono for 20 seconds. They've got the Dragon Tail trying to chain stun and blow up mid one with the kisses. The press the attack not going to do enough there. As the Soul Bind and in with the duel, Mind Control being caught and about to be picked off. It's a dual win for Seb, but Supreme has got 2 kills in the back end. Nice cookie, super long range, catches out the Seb Legion Commander. Charlie diving in deep with Era there to get Supreme a double kill and the tier 1 tower.
We see this more often. Teams just having 4 or 5 heroes 10 minutes in, trying to secure a tier 1 tower on the mid lane. And they did it. They also got 3 very big kills. Faceless Void has Chronosphere up, so it's time to play a bit more aggressive.
With Supernova in 3 seconds as well.
You talked about the itemization from Weaver this game, and it's exactly what we said. There's no point in going for Earn Spirit Vessel this game. Easily purgeable by Legion Commander, so he gets a Raid Band Magic Wand Power Treads flying out to him, and we'll go straight into Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, a nice little adaptation there from Era for sure. We do see, you know, the little bit of weakness here from OG's lineup, that Chrono and Supernova being down as they were farming out side lanes, unable to join the fight, did leave things open for NIP. A lot of their disables and abilities, pretty short cooldown. Dragon Tail, Shikuchi, all the Queen of Pain stuff. It seems like Supreme going straight into Yule Scepter. Suneko has Blink Dagger queued up on Snapfire. Is that just so he can...
I mean, he can have queued up whatever he wants. With 400 gold, can queue up, you know, Divine Rapiers. It's not gonna happen.
Try harder.
We'll see. But what's the goal of that? Is that just blink on the egg and try and kill it off? That's his job?
Just what I've been waiting for.
That could be the thing, or, you know, just play with the team. A lot of elusive heroes on their side, like Dragonite will be picking up a Blink Dagger, Weaver going in, Queen of Pain with the Blink. So you want to follow it up with the cookie.
It's 12 minutes in. Pretty much a dead even game. OG still with those 3 cores sitting at a real nice spread of net worth, all about 4.2 to 4.4k. Dragon Knight for Mind Control a little bit behind, so it feels like they're giving more farm priority here to Charlie and Supreme. Need to get Charlie off the ground. Treads Null Wand. Death Prophet probably needs the Yule Scepter. Mind Control.
Charlie's
no,
back.
Mind Control. Mid one. Mask of Madness Razor. Simil going into Maelstrom. And Legion Commander has had a poor man's shield queued up. Don't know how. Poor man's shield does come out from the neutral items.
Try hard.
Blink Dagger
Yeah,
is what Seb wants.
you can queue those up.
Just queue up neutral items, no big deal. Smoke from OG. They want to use this Chrono for a big target. Queen of Pain would be a beautiful one. Thinking about going up the ramp. There's lots of pings here. I think NIP know that a smoke has happened and OG are coming on their way. Queen of Pain backing up all the way to the other side of the jungle now. Legion's still up top lane, so OG 4 heroes mid. A very good dodge from NIP. Not getting caught out by that big teamfight combo of OG.
Nicely read by them. Yep, and Supreme is about to finish his Yule Scepter. So that's gonna be another save. If Legion Commander goes in, you duel her, or faces Void, he doesn't deal any damage inside the Chronosphere.
Yeah, or even just like Yule's up on the Inkswell target. Stop that instant initiation from OG.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Seneko trying to de-ward, but that Observer Ward is a little out of range of the 2 sentries he's placed. So OG keep the double vision on that left-hand jungle. TP mid from Grandma as Mind Control starts on the Razor with a Dragon Tail, and Charlie's even going to pop his ulti for this one. Mid one shredded by the Ghost, and Charlie, good silence, catching out the Phoenix. The kisses land, and a Yule Scepter beautifully timed by Supreme stops the dive after a fraction of a second expires, and down go 2 of OG's heroes with a push ready mid from Ninjas in Pyjamas. They can do some real good structural damage to this tier 2.
Dire's structures are
Glyph is ready for OG, and they instantly
Radiant
pop it.
structures are fortified.
So, no damage whatsoever. They lost 2 big heroes. However, position 3 and position 4. Right now, it's just NIP who's controlling the map.
Well, they do have all the momentum. Arcane Rune for Queen of Pain. Supreme. Oh, they've left an Ocean Heart here. Send that back to Stash. Oh, he's going to use it. Keen Optic goes back to Stash then.
Keen Optics, one of the better tier 1 items for your supports. Like sometimes they even keep it when tier 3 items come out, since you don't get anything good. Who's keeping it for now?
DP, I
That
believe.
Prophet. Yep.
Yeah, then it's so good when you have Keen Optic and you get the Telescope upgrade. Always feels super nice. Seb finishes off his Blink Dagger. So now they have that additional ability to jump, and OG, all the little green lights on that hero bar, every ulti available. As they will try and catch Era here. Nice little move, and holding the Chrono. The Sonic Wave pushing Sumail back. Can he finish off the Weaver in time? He can. The batches come out as OG bring mid one in. Seb with a Blink duel. Queen of Pain focus. Saxa holding Supernova till the perfect moment. They get the beautiful kill on the Queen of Pain, stopping the streak, and Mind Control focus down now as OG. This is the team fight they've been waiting for so long and patiently. They get it. Only losing Grimstroke.
That Chronosphere really set things up for them. And Razorman, mid one has a different mentality. What items to build in the game? Just going for Mask of Madness with Razor. It's been a while since I saw this item.
Well, they finish off the tier 1, but the cookie in onto mid 1 now. Charlie Era chasing forward. Razor in all kinds of trouble, but he's got the static link and the damage on the Charlie. Can't lifesteal his way through that. No Tail on his way out. There is a high ground observer ward here. Saxa going for the D ward, denied by Seneko as No Tail, Phantom's Embrace and Inkswell, but Era time lapses back as they duel and focus the Grandma. Seneko down, Era has to Shikuchi away. They find No Tail at long last, but OG just continuing this fight, battling through against all odds.
No Tail is just a sacrificial lamb for the team. He goes in, uses his abilities, and then dies, while the rest of the team is just cleaning them up.
Then he respawns
control?
like 10 seconds later and casts all his spells again.
Mind Control will have a Blink Dagger very soon. The next set of items that comes out for NIP, it doesn't matter that much. You get chronoed, the hero's still gonna die if there's Razor or if there's Supernova.
Yeah, it
You're
feels
still
like you
gonna
need
see
to
the full combo, like double duel, and it's gonna be executed much easier. Keen Optic on Grimstroke, now that Legion has a Blink Dagger, going straight into BKB. Seb was thinking, do we need a pipe? I want to tank up for the team, or do I need to take care of myself? He knows that there's going to be 2 Yule Scepters, so BKB is the more safer choice.
And it feels so good. You know, we hammer on time and time about Void and his long cooldown ulti. But if you can win a team fight with Chrono and then you can win, you know, another couple of smaller fights as you chain these battles together. They do jump No Tail here with the Dragon Tail and Mortimer's Kisses. A pick off on the position 5 is all NIP will get. But yeah, if you're able to win a couple of smaller fights, you know, reduce that cooldown, keep Sumail in the battle, and now they're ready again with Chrono Supernova once more.
Drag No Tail.
Drag No Tail. Well, I drag No Tail into the ground.
So Weaver's just trying to farm up, get that Aghanim Scepter, 2,000 gold away from it, and it's very important that they give Era farm priority here. We've seen that from Team Secret, when Puppy's playing position 5, like he becomes position 4 instead on certain heroes.
Mid one's BKB going to be super important. A recipe away. So Sabs, like you were mentioning, these Yule Scepters and everything can be problematic. Now, OG back to playing pretty wide, spreading across the map to get that farm. And it's down to NIP
Scanning.
to try and make a move, find a target to pick off.
If they get a pick off, that's great. But OG wants to farm 3 BKBs. Everyone's going for it. They understand, okay, we're not gonna get stunned by Dragonite. We don't care too much about Snapfire nor your Yule Scepters. And it's a correct play here.
Just immediately win the fight with their ultis, their BKBs. They are in a position here where they could smoke up again.
Dire's top tower
Grandma.
is under attack.
Cooking away. Sumail leading the charge here, looking for that Chrono, just time walking forward. The Dragon Tail. Press the attack off with the Ink Swell. They've got the duel on the Charlie. The Soulbind's there, but the duel already won. The Sonic Wave does fly through onto mid
Big
one.
Chrono.
But the Chrono catches Queen of Pain. The Dragonite in the back as well. And down they go. The 2 big cores of NIP shredded by OG. Seb will be falling. But they've got the Ensnare, the route onto Grandma. No Tail is going to be focused by
Pain
Era
buyback.
as they buy back Supreme, but Sumail focusing Mind Control as Era with a double kill. The Supernova in the back. Queen of Pain does have a Blink and a Yules to dodge away from danger. They're diving for this Dragonite, but he's so tanky. Still with Blink and a stun in a second. The TP cancelled out. Sumail's been caught. That's the Void about to fall. The bashes come through, but it's not enough. OG. A triple kill for Era. OG losing so much there and expanding all their teamfight ultis. Oh, they
I
nearly
think it's
find
still
the Phoenix.
fine. I think it's still fine. They got the gold. They forced a buyback from Queen of Pain, and she didn't get any gold back. Also, they can't go for Roche. This area is pretty safe for OG to play. They have so many Sentry Wards and Observer Wards.
Vision down there. Looks like No Tail is frantically drawing on the map. That was OG looking for a fight before their BKBs. I guess if you win that fight, that means you've got BKBs, right? You win the fight, you get BKBs off the back of it, you get a tier 1 tower. Jump duel, Soneko, Snapfire. Gonna be more bonus damage for Seb, up to 102. And like you said, safe part of the map for them to play into.
Legion Commander is just a monster right now. 100 extra damage, as you said, M-Claw getting very close to BKB. Razor has 1 finished. Sumail needs just the 700 gold to finish his.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And duel, 50-second cooldown. Seb just feels like he's always got that ready. Any single targets he finds, getting picked off very quickly. The mirror movement though from NIP, getting some real solid damage onto that top tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Sacks up, level 2 Supernova is ready, and they're going to mount a defense here. Sumail with Chrono in about 10 seconds. NIP give up on that objective.
Once Weaver finishes Aghanim Scepter, you need to either silence her, catch her with the Chrono, or duel. But it might not be that big of a deal, even though it's one of the best Aghanim Scepters in the game right now. If you Chrono one and duel the other, core of NIP. Like, she needs to decide which one she wants to save.
Radiant are scanning.
There it is. OG are smoked though. Sumail has BKB coming to him. He's back in that dire triangle. NIP very tight, close together. Charlie shows on the mid wave. And the rest of them full smoke behind the Death Prophet. As Roshan might be something that NIP sneak here. Looks like they are angling towards the dire jungle to maybe find this Faceless Void who has been hiding for the past couple of minutes.
This might be a disaster. If you pop that ulti on Dead Prophet, you're not gonna have it for the fight. Scan hits, and that's third BKB flying out.
Sumail, he's ready to jump in. Silenced up, pops his BKB, the Chrono comes through, onto 2, the Sonic Wave pushes him back, as the Yules under the DP keeps her alive for a second longer. Full HP, but the Soulbind's there, down goes the Dragonite, focused into Oblivion as the dual win onto Charlie, allows Seb to clear up the Death Prophet, focus in the back from Sumail onto the Grandma, as Razor stands his ground and whacks into Supreme, the Queen of Pain's gone. Era will get the kill on Razor. But 4 heroes for the price of 2, and OG aren't done. They jump in looking for the Weaver. No duel, no catch, but Roshan sitting below half HP, open for OG now.
Sumail's Chronospheres were really on point this game, and you can't really just fight into 3 10-second BKBs. You don't care about Dragonite, Dead Prophet ulti shared between 4 or 5 players, and the Roche. Snapfire doesn't do anything at the moment. Like, they're just ignoring her. You can have good positioning, use Mortimer Kisses. It's, at the end of the day, it's still not gonna matter. And Phoenix is high level, so that means level 2 ulti. You also don't care too much about Illustrator anymore. Granny can't solo kill you.
And the positioning of OG is so good as well. Making sure that that Faceless Void catches the Grandma while the Supernova's going,
But I
if need be.
so much more.
Gold is a great conductor.
That was a real rough one for NIP. Now 8,000 gold lead for OG. Era's Aghanim Scepter not really paying off there, as they thought they had the tools to take down Roshan.
He used it on Dead Prophet, saved her, but she still died.
Grandma's gone. 146 bonus damage for Seb.
Seb's just going ham. Deso queued up some extra tower damage. They really lack that. One of the reasons why Razor's also going for Aghanim Scepter.
They were picking out the Death Prophet as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under
As soon as
attack.
Charlie shows, they want to try and jump her. And how are we looking cooldown wise? 25 seconds for Chrono, duel in 20, everything else back up.
Tower is under attack.
So a mid-tier 2 and no answer from NIP. Just going to throw the swarm and try and force OG back onto their high ground, but the silence from No Tail. Okay, Supreme's fine to just click it off. But the Ninjas in Pyjamas, they can't defend their towers. Top and mid. Both being pushed from this beautiful little high ground position. Looks like No Tail wants to keep the vision around here as well. Wards from backpack, Sentry, and where's the Observer going? A little bit deeper. NIP know that they can't face this fight, so 3, 4 heroes going down to bottom for the tier 1. A high ground push is coming from OG though, you have to answer somehow. Sumail with press the attack on him. Very quickly hitting away at that tier 3. Blink, Dragon Tail, catching Razor with a Sonic Wave with a Chrono. Well placed onto the 2 cores again, and the BKBs with the Supernova in the back. The Soulbind's well played, but the
double duel.
It doesn't do enough. The double duel is there. Era tried to save the Queen of Pain, but the chain stuns from OG so wonderfully executed. Almost 200 bonus damage on the Legion, and a full lane of barracks about to fall. Aegis still in the hands of Sumail. He'll time walk back up the damage Charlie managed to push onto him. But no buybacks here for DK or Queen of Pain, so they have to forfeit this lane.
Forfeit this lane? More like forfeit this game, because they can't really fight into OG. Next Roche may respawn in 4.5 minutes. That means that there's still Aegis on Faceless Void for Mjolnir. A lot of pings coming out from No Tail.
Exes are down now for another 2 minutes as well. That always feels so bad, using it in that defensive moment.
Tower is under attack.
NIP going to be thankful. There's no Chrono or Supernova
Radiant's
though.
middle tower has fallen.
But the BKBs are back up for Void and Razor. Legion also. Triple BKBs and a Blink Duel ready for Seb if they want to try and catch out Charlie. And the Soulbind in a double duel. Yes, you can save someone with the Weaver Ags, but only one. The Dragon Tail stunning Sumail. They jump in and duel now. Dragon Knight getting caught out with the Inkswell. The time lapse there. They've still got the duel going and he wins. Seb with a victory and Sumail still going wild into the tier 4s. The cookie away? No. The Soulbind still held the Grandma in place as Charlie turns to try and battle Seb. The Legion dropping low. The Shadow Strike there. They will get that Legion kill, but another melee racks falling as mid 1 BKB TPs. Nothing.
He knows there's nothing that pierces through BKB. They're just gonna TP out all 4 of them. They have no vision. It's being pinged out, but no vision to use the Yule Scepter to stop any TPs. They only lost Seb. Even Saxa started using chat lines, voice lines. He usually is a very quiet guy.
Hey,
you know, that means that he is part of the OG.
Absolutely, he's been infected. The OG bravado, Sumail, Inkswell, beautiful with the clumsy net. Era, not a chance in hell. Sentry Ward also down to give them the vision over that Shikuchi. And there we go, Saxa tipping Era.
Tower is under attack.
And tipping Supreme for some reason. Just try and tilt everyone, you know?
When you see them tipping you, you're like, am I about to die? What's happening? A lot of mind games happening when you're playing against OG.
It's not in my nature.
Me? Do they know where I am? Sineko going for the TP. Oh, Seb doesn't find her.
Great conductor.
Charlie out in the open though. No tail, he is very sneaky with this Invis rune. He got the upgrade telescope. As he Inkswell, Glimmer Capes, Charlie, the stun is gonna come. Doesn't look like the Legion is close enough, or maybe she is. The BKB Blink Duel, the shredding of the Death Prophet. No tail, looks like he's gonna survive a little bit longer as well, even with the cookie over the top. Mind Control will find the takedown on the Grimstroke, but the Faceless Void's coming in with a mid-1 Razor, chasing Sineko. Grandma down, and the Dragon Knight follows. NIP 6 feet under.
Has fallen.
Yet again, 2 core kills as OG, the perfect target acquisition. And they can go and finish off bottom lane if they want to. They've got waves coming in mid and top.
OG started playing so aggressive after they killed Weaver. They know there's no save coming out from that Aghanim Scepter. But last 3 fights, they got time lapse on the hero. The hero still dies.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Repair kit and glyph for that bottom tier 3. Chrono Supernova available for OG. They've got their pretty much full arsenal of abilities now. Aghanim Scepter, Eye of the Storm. Level 3 ulti on the Razor. And OG smoked and holding high ground. Sineko trying to scout out. The smokes pop. The Grandma on the low ground. They sold by the DP and they jump in with a 2-man Chrono. It's big with a Supernova focusing the Queen of Pain. Supreme falls, does have buyback, but the rest of NIP are being obliterated. They've caught the Dragon Knight. The perfect execution yet again from OG. Chase them down, hound them. As the Dragon Knight turn that's back to relative safety, but the Queen of Pain yuled up into the air. Now silenced up as a dual victory yet again for Seb will take them all down. GG is called. A massive team wipe there as OG finish off the series with a beautiful game.
In the second game, they did not have enough team fights. So in the third one, they pick every single hero that wants to be able to team fight. Man, Seb just popped off this game.
Yeah, he had a perfect Legion game from that mid lane against the Queen of Pain. OG showing game 2 just a little bit of a fluke there as NIP took that one Broodmother game in this best of 3. But man, Faceless Void, Chrono with the Phoenix Supernova, every single team fight that they got those off went OG's way, and they were so good at chasing down these core heroes. NIP every fight they had 2 core heroes stuck in the chrono. And yes, you have this time-lapse Aghanim's Weaver, but you can only save 1 hero.
That's what I said. Even though it's the best Aghanim Scepter in the game, it's still very hard when you're playing into Faceless Void, duel, potential double duel, and a lot of silence.
A lot of silence and a lot of stuns there. You know,